for some reason, it popped into my mind that I needed to go back and watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Do you remember this movie?
Years it's been since I watched that.
Look up when that movie came out. I think it was a late 80s movie starring Michael Caine and Steve Martin. 19 what?
88.
88.
It's directed by Frank Oz.
Of Muppets fame. So I don't know why. I just remembered liking that movie. And I will say this. Going back to watch it, if you didn't grow up in the time where movies wasted a lot of time with scenery and transitions and all that stuff, you won't have an appreciation or the attention span to watch this movie, because there's a lot of drawn out pans of this exotic location in Spain that they were shooting the movie in. Looks beautiful. It's nice. The music, it was relaxing to sit there and watch this and have it all drawn out. Now, the movie could have been done in about an hour if it didn't have all the extra, car scenes and cityscapes and boat scenes and all this whatever. So I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it. I forgot. It's kind of like, I think it was you that said it's like Fish Called Wanda.
This one and A Fish Called Wanda always remind me of one another, and then sometimes I'll get them confused because I always think, oh, this is the one with what's his face, and no, it's not. This is the Steve Martin and Michael Caine one. This because
you're thinking of John Cleese and Michael Caine.
I'm thinking of John Cleese. Yeah.
So I'm watching the movie, having a good time. I'm enjoying it. I happened to notice something that I got super fixated on. Does not mean anything for the movie, the plot, nothing. It's just a background thing that drove me nuts. That I had to go and clip the part of the movie to show it to you now.
Okay.
So this is a scene where Michael Caine is in his office there, and he's going to pay this woman money. So as he's walking over here,
Ian McDiarmid.
All right. So he's right here, and he's got the fake bookshelf here that's hiding his safe. Okay. There's his wall safe. He opens up the safe here. Has his key. He's opening it up to get her this money. Now I did some jump cuts because this scene, again, 80s movie, takes a while to go through all of this stuff here.
Right.
See, jump cut there. Now he's going to go close the safe.
Right.
Did you notice it or no?
Hold on, go back. It's still unlocked. It didn't close.
Right.
You can see it pop back out a little.
So here's what happened. All right. So that's the regular scene here. So I zoomed in and slowed it down. Enhance.
Look
at this.
Closes.
Closing it. It's a fake lock. Did you see it move?
Yeah.
They put this apparatus over it, and as he pulls the key out, it moves, and the door doesn't shut.
No, that's what,
See? That thing there, that circle?
Yeah.
Above it? I don't know how I caught it, sitting away from the television, that I caught that, and it drove me nuts. I kept rewinding it over and over, and I realized I can't do this either. I mean, on the TV, it's like I can't do this through the television. The pause isn't going to work. I need to go and clip this on the computer and zoom in on it and see what it is that was frustrating me.
Well, so, here's the issue with older movies like this.
Look, he had the key in this thing over here. Yeah. There's obviously a lock behind it, but he had it in this thing here, and this thing is floating.
Yep.
For some reason, and the door, he pushed it closed. The door popped.
I saw it pop. That's what clued me off to it. See, the problem with movies like this and older movies is that they were filmed in like an SD type atmosphere. So you could hide a lot of things in the low resolution, or maybe the scenes.
Not for film. Film was always shot in 16:9.
Yeah, but it's still like... They had, like, when you watch things now and it's been cleaned up, you notice a lot of problems.
This isn't even cleaned up, Jordan. This is shot in the proper aspect ratio. It's shot as film. It's shot how it's supposed to be shot.
Huh.
So you're not noticing things like when we do that bit, or I do that bit, not ready for HD. You can search that hashtag
4x3 and
search that hashtag on Instagram, not ready for HD, and you can see the shows that I went through where they put all these old sitcoms and television shows out on streaming services in the original HD scope that they shot. A lot of these shows were shot on film. They cropped it for 3x4 SD, but when you put it on the streaming services, you're getting all the scenery and shit that's not supposed to be in the shot.
Right.
So this isn't that case. This is just something that I noticed. I shouldn't have noticed this. Nobody noticed this. Because I went looking online for things. I'm like, anybody notice?
It doesn't like IMDb even has like a goofs section that usually.
I didn't see anything about the lock and the safe popping open and the lock being fake. So here, zoom it in, and now I'm going to slow it down again. Look at this.
Enhance. He just yanks it out. Okay, so no, here we go. So I can explain this part of it because sometimes locks and safes has that thing that can slide up and you put the key in. I think that's what's moving back and forth. However, it's still weird that he pulls it and it's not locked. Like he did nothing with safety for this thing.
Right.
So you could see like the key is behind this moving apparatus and then it closes.
So this has nothing to do with the movie, the story, anything.
It just bothered me the entire time.
It drove me nuts. I should not have caught that.
No.
And it's not me. I'm not patting myself on the back saying I'm clever. Area. It annoyed me for the rest of the night that I had to go get the movie off of the streaming service, clip it, and do everything with this. Just because, like, this is such a nothing thing that was driving me insane. I have this weird ability of seeing shit when continuity is out of place. I don't look for it, but I accidentally catch it time to time. A lot of times I miss it, and it's great because I didn't see it. And then you find out later on.
I do that too now that we're doing the other show and we're watching movies more often. I'm starting to catch things that on a normal day-to-day you probably wouldn't. Like I watched a Jet Li movie with the kids last weekend, and you could see when they were making hard cuts, but in the same scene, like I guess maybe the stunt went wrong, so they had to hard cut real quick.
Right.
So like you could kind of see like that microsecond of something else was different. And I'm just like watching it going, this is just bad editing. Yeah. Like you start to notice those things a lot more, especially when you're consuming that kind of stuff on a regular basis more and more than like the normal viewing audience. And like you just said, nobody else probably would have caught that and watched that happen and see it. But because you're so used to catching those kinds of things, that is just almost noticeable.
I used to have the problem where you would see the clocks. Like it wasn't like a digital clock. They'd be old-fashioned clock. The arms are in the wrong spot. Sometimes they would have
boom
a
mics.
shot.
I love looking for boom mics.
Or if there's like a picture frame or a mirror in there and you see cast or crew or something in the back that's not supposed to be in that shot, you're not looking for these things. You just happen to catch it and then you hyper focus on it. Go, I should not have seen that. Why did I see that?
Right.
Big Red Tower saying in Speed, when Keanu's running alongside the bus, you can see crew reflection, and it fucking pisses me off. Yeah, I would imagine so. Now, if I go to watch that movie again, I don't know why I would, but if I did, I will now go and see that and be like, I can't deal with this. Something else about Dirty Rotten Scoundrels that used to piss off my dad, because my dad took me to see this in the movie theater. There's a scene in the movie trailer that's not in the movie.
They do that a lot, though.
And that drove him nuts.
I hate when that happens, but yes, they do that a lot.
So I'm trying to see if I can pull up the trailer for it. But he was waiting for this scene to show up in the movie, and at the end, when the credits were going, he goes, holy shit. He's like, it wasn't in the movie at all. What the hell happened? Here we go.
And they're both dirty, rotten scoundrels.
All this is in the movie.
Dirty.
This is not. This is the scene my dad was looking for and was not in the movie. And for years, he kept bringing this up, and I was like, this is not that big a deal. And then I started seeing shit in the movies, and now I understood why he had these little breakdowns about what shit wasn't in the movie. This scene here.
You mustn't turn your back on them for a second.
Of them just walking, and then he pushes the old lady in?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty funny.
He loved that scene. He laughed. I remember at home on TV, he was laughing watching that scene. He was looking for that in the movie, and it wasn't there.